if you haven't seen the movie, and
If you haven't seen the movie, well...
no, if you...
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Talk Nerdy to Me. I'm Jay.
I'm Chris.
And we're going to talk about Deadpool 2.
Yeah, we've both been to see the movie, and we're going to discuss it now for the first time together.
Yeah.
This review is going to be filled with spoilers, so that's your warning.
If you haven't seen the movie yet, don't watch this review because we're going to spoil it for you. Go watch it, then come back and you can discuss it with us and see whether you agree or disagree with what we're about to say. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget you can listen to us, a bigger, longer and uncut version on our podcast.
If you want to listen to that bigger, longer and uncut podcast, just go over to www.talknerdy.uk/podcasts.
There we go.
Okay. I fucking loved it. I really, really liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, loved it. I thought it's just as good, if not better than the first one. Loved it to bits. Really happy with how Cable and Domino were portrayed. Loved every second of it. I thought it was a great movie.
I didn't like it as much. No, this is like that trick on our episode 2 where I go,
it's an
I didn't like it.
It's a trap.
I genuinely didn't really like it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's a lot of factors I could go into.
Let's go into it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, you know my opinions on the casting when it was announced.
Yeah.
Especially with Domino. You know, my main gripe was she doesn't look like she does in the comics, and I was like a bit disappointed with that. If I'm honest, same with Cable. He was too short to be Cable. You know, so I was like, a little bit sceptical going into this film. And I was wrong to be, because those actors that portrayed those characters, it was done perfectly.
I love Domino in this.
Zazie Beetz as Domino.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Josh Brolin as Cable. Perfect again.
Yeah.
Would I have liked to have seen them look more like they do in the comics? Absolutely.
But they even touch on that in the film.
Yeah, at the end of the day, if they portray those characters well, then what's there to have a gripe about?
I didn't have a problem with the cast or characters. Ryan Reynolds was still...
Oh yeah, he nailed it.
He's still good as Deadpool. Domino was fantastic. Yeah. I think she slightly stole the show a bit for me, actually.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So I like Josh Brolin as Cable.
Yeah. No, I like the way that they touched on it with like.
In the comics, he's taller than that.
Yeah, and you know, stuff like that. Like, I like the way that they addressed that. I think that's why I love this film so much, because you know we knew it was going to be meta and fourth wall breaking, but I like the way they even poked fun at what was going on in this film, like the whole like X-Force thing and like the Z-list mutants, like. Oh, Juggernaut! How could I forget?
You got Juggernaut?
Yeah, I mean, and I was over the moon about that.
I was.
Yeah, no, I was stoked on Juggernaut. Like, I thought the way they did him was just brilliant. So much better than Vinnie Jones.
Well, the action scenes were good.
Yeah,
I like the action scenes. I bet you're still wondering why I don't like this film as much yet, but the action.
I'm guessing when we get to the plot.
The action scenes were dead good. I thought they were acted out dead well. I thought they were dead original. How they did some shots. I liked, like you said, that Colossus Juggernaut scene was brilliant.
What about when Juggernaut ripped Deadpool in half?
Oh yeah,
amazing. Loved it.
And it was good. It was just balls to the wall, fun action. Really enjoyed it. The lorry chase scene, like you said, Domino's one shot where she just ran and everything just worked for her.
Yeah, that was.
And over it, Deadpool was like, I don't understand how luck is a power. How cinematically that cannot be satisfying to watch.
Yeah, that was so cool. Like that's got to be one of the best scenes in the film. Because I mean, I'm a huge fan of Cable in the comics, as you know.
Yeah, you are.
And so this was a big thing for me to see him portrayed on the big screen for the first time. And I was a bit worried when he didn't quite look like the way I wanted him to.
My big worry was I thought I was going to be watching Thanos.
Yeah, exactly, and not at all.
No.
The way he portrayed Cable was just brilliant. He was just ruthless and cool as fuck. I loved his whole backstory, the way he carried the teddy around with him. I really loved Cable in it, and I was over the moon with the way they did him.
Right.
Right. I know you're a stickler for time travel.
I am.
Has it got to do with the time travel?
It hasn't.
Okay.
Right. My big problem with this, and I say it's the plot, but I say that very loosely as well.
I noticed we didn't mention the kid in the characters.
Oh, actually, I hated the kid.
Yeah, the kid was
He
really
was annoying.
Yeah. Right, so go on, I'll let you speak now.
It's
vent your frustrations.
My frustration with this film is the absolute lack of linearity in it. It's 3 separate films. It's 3 separate films. The first film is all about Deadpool's missus dying.
It's 3 separate trades put together in a nice big omnibus edition.
Oh no, Chris.
That's why I liked it.
That's why you liked it.
Hardcover.
I didn't. It jumped far too much. I was like, right, so this is a story about revenge and about getting back at his girlfriend for being killed, or his fiancée for being killed. No. Right, okay, now it's about him joining X-Force and trying to be part of the X-Men and leaving his past behind him. No. Now it's about Cable and about stopping Cable and then about helping Cable. And then by the time that part of the movie finished, I was like, well, hold on, what was the other 2 parts again? I can't remember. And it kind of, it was so badly directed. I hated. I think by the time we were in the prison with the 2 of them, I completely picked up that the direction was awful. I was already thinking, I was like, this is horrible. I don't like this shot. Oh, why did they move to that? The first time you see Cable, he's just a random scene that Cable's in. It doesn't even say the future or something like that. Yeah. You're just like, well, where's that right now? And then he just like looks at the ground and goes like, as he turns through time. And it goes straight into another scene. And I heard a girl behind me laugh and go, what the hell was that? Because it was so
I guess,
out of place.
Because I know Cable, I was like, well, this is in the future.
Yeah. But I was guessing. Yeah. And I think because of that, I think Ryan Reynolds' lines fell flat quite a few times for me as well. I didn't find him as funny, but I know I find Ryan Reynolds funny. I know he can be funny as his character. So I actually think the direction completely threw me and made me kind of like, I almost wanted him to stop telling jokes because I needed him to kind of confirm to me what's happening in the story.
So let's talk about the soundtrack. I loved the soundtrack.
What soundtrack?
Again, it was more of the same as the first one. But there was some 80s anthems in there.
Dubstep!
There was dubstep in there. I didn't like the dubstep because, as Cable says, dubstep is for pussies. I think we got the film I got the film that I needed. I honestly was blown away by it. Like I say, it might just be fanboy fatigue, but we'll see if it stands the test.
I think Cable and Domino definitely saved a lot of this film for me. If it hadn't been for Cable and Domino, and then when they bought the Juggernaut, I got a little fanboy and just went, ah, like that. But then I kind of realised when that fight with Colossus, it's like, oh, he's not really running around.
He just wanted to see the Juggernaut run.
And that's what he does, he runs.
So we're opposing sides, really.
What was your rating then?
You don't want it now.
Oh, you're going to give it a fucking 10,
I'm going to give it a fucking 10.
Oh my god.
Mate, I'm sorry, but it's Cable. I know how stupid this is, but I'm giving it a 10.
No, I mean, if it ticks your boxes, it ticks your boxes.
The way I look at this film is, if I had both of them right now on Blu-ray, which one would I want to put on and watch? It'd be Deadpool 2. It's a great film that I want to rewatch, and that's the way. That's what I give 10s. You know.
It's, like I said, it's a good film. I'm not going to deny that it is a good film. It's just got a lot of problems. So it's a 6. But the first one, I think I originally gave like a 9.
What did you think of Deadpool 2? Are you in agreement with me or JB? Let us know in the comments below.
Alright, I've been Jay.
I've been Chris.
And we've been talking nerdy.
Peace.
Peace.